Get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge. Today's game continues this Los Angeles Clippers homestand. This their first chance this season playing the Jazz. This team match. Up so well during the regular season last year, splitting their 4 games. This should be a terrific battle.
And although they were the better team last year by overall record, this was a competitive matchup for them.
So the Utah Jazz able to put the first points up on the board. As to Porzingis, just 5 on the clock. A 3-pointer off the mark. And an unfortunate trend for the Utah Jazz stand the past couple seasons, losing the battle of possessions.
Yeah, Kevin, and that's hard to overcome. When you turn the ball over at a high rate, and then at the other end, you don't force any turnovers, you're losing that possession game all the time. Now, fortunately, they rebound the ball well, and that helps a little, but it doesn't totally solve the problem.
There's a screen. Markkanen in the corner. Batum with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. Nobody near Leonard. Leonard on the wing. Pass to Powell. Off target with his 3. Now Williams. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. And there's the bucket from Markkanen.
Yeah, from range, Markkanen has such an effortless stroke.
And here is Powell. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Harden outside. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's the Jazz with the ball. Markkanen, good. Markkanen's got 5.
Yeah, he was showing some muscle there. Markkanen is so tough to contain at times.
On the wing, Batum. Over Williams. Los Angeles with another miss.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Well, John Collins was a force in his first few years, Stan, but hasn't seemed to match that level of success since that time. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think there's a few reasons, Kevin. Number one, I just think it's a lot about opportunity. And he went from being the number 2 guy on a team to being the 3rd, 4th, even at times 5th guy on the floor. So he's not getting as much opportunity. He doesn't have as much opportunity to play some of his minutes as a center now. And that was always where he could get a quickness advantage. So even where he is now, though, this guy is a very good player and has gotten to the point he's underrated.
Here's Harden following the 3-pointer by Utah. Pass to Powell. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by the Jazz. It's a 9-point spread. Here's Hendricks. Outside, Markkanen. Trying to find Harden, and he's got it now. Batum inside. And the dunk by Batum.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
And it's Ayton missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Jazz leading by 7. Williams looking around. Pass to Markkanen. Takes a three. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Markkanen's got 8 points.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Porzingis. Off target from the wing.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
Here's Williams. Batum grabs the miss. Clippers trail by 10. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Los Angeles with another miss.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
Here's Williams. Takes it inside. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. It's on Nicholas Batum. And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Jazz.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And I also like how they've trusted one another with the rock, creating shots by keeping the ball moving.
Now here's Porzingis. Still scoreless. Can't hit from in close.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Now here's Williams. Just 4 to shoot. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. The Jazz again can't hit it. Clippers trail by 12. Simons surveying the D. Pass to Batum. And here is Powell. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. There's Porzingis. And that's good off the glass that time.
A multi-level scorer. Porzingis can find a shot in any area on the floor.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Jazz leading by 10. And he jams it with authority.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Now here's Powell. Screen by Porzingis. Three-pointer. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
Well, hey, you set Porzingis up and he'll knock him down. Terrific off the catch.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, a bit ago, Tyronn Lue and I were able to chat. We talked about the challenges that come with playing against Lauri Markkanen. Coach said you have to know where Lauri is at all times because he's so effective playing off the ball. He's a knockdown shooter and a smart cutter, and he moves extremely well for his size. This team's got a lot of respect for the mobile 7-footer. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Utah leading. Picked by Markkanen. Shoots. Nesmith can't get it to go. And so Powell will bring it up for Los Angeles. Outside Leonard. Pass to Coffey. Back to Leonard. 16 feet away. Chalk up 2 there. Leonard's got his second basket of the game.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Here's Collier. There's the drive. Here's Hendricks. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
And Simons, here we go. And it's good, 2 points. And now just a 5-point Jazz lead. And it's Utah's ball. Here's Collier. Plays it up and banks it in. And here is Los Angeles now. Simons with the ball. Outside Leonard. It's Powell on the wing. Back to Leonard. The three ball. Rebound, Utah. And what a new era for the Clippers, Greg, playing here in their own arena, the Intuit Dome.
You have no more sharing, right? No more covering up Laker banners. It feels like the Clippers are on their own 2 feet now. This was the goal for the ownership group, and they made it happen.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. And Utah making a change here.
Substitution on the court.
Now Williams. Pass to Ayton. Shot clock at 5. Eubanks grabs the miss.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
The three from Harden. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Jazz leading by 7. And here is Nesmith. Scoreless thus far. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Clippers trailed by 7. Now, here is Harden. Batum, the screen. To the inside. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
And we know about Harden's scoring abilities, but his team heavily relies on that vision and playmaking as well.
Here's Collier. In the corner, it's Nesmith. Pass to Collier. Ayton inside. Outside Williams. Goes back up. Eubanks grabs the miss. .125 left in the first. Here's Christie. He's guarded by Williams. Back to Eubanks. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ayton. Here's Coffey. Hasn't made one yet. Harden outside. 6 to shoot. Connects from three-point range.
And as long as Harden's in the building, he has the confidence he can make it.
Nobody near Williams. And once again, off the mark by Utah. The Clippers trail. Here's Harden. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Harden's got 5 points so far.
And for Harden, finishing through contact is just part of the job description. He gets bodied up almost every time he takes it inside.
Williams, that's good.
Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, 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 yes type of shot.
Harden outside. Shoots over Collier. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Pass to Collier. Here's Ayton. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. It's all tied here in Los Angeles. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere.
The Jazz, 24.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
Here's Harden. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal.
Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player. I am the system."
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that. But Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
An old school finish there with the finger roll. You gotta be committed to a move like that, and he was.
Foul charge to Jazz. Jaden Springer. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Harden. Outside, Batum. 6 on the shot clock. Christie can't make it. Here's Springer. Nothing on the board. In the corner, it's Nesmith. Off target from outside. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Pass to Batum. Back to Harden. From about 19 feet. Rebounded by the Jazz. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. And the foul on Harden. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Clippers on defense. From 18 feet away. Markkanen can't get it to go. And so here are the Clippers. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. Pass to Eubanks. Harden outside. Los Angeles with another miss. And it's Utah's ball. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, "I'm more than a scorer, so for me, it's just impacting the game at the highest level." Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but has also led the league in assists. So it's pretty much true. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Oh, don't forget, he rebounds as well as any guard right now in the NBA. And Simons has got the ball here for the Clippers. They trail by 3. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Leonard looking around. Shot clock at 3. Here's Powell. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Jazz leading by 3. Pass to Collier. Picked by Markkanen. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And for the Jazz, the last few seasons, Coach, have been a period of rebuilding.
Yeah, it has, Kevin. You know they acquired a lot of draft capital when they traded Gobert and Mitchell. And they've since drafted a lot of young talent and still have plenty of picks to work with.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball and creating high-percentage looks.
Utah with the ball. They've got a 10-0 run going. Here's Collier. He's got 6. Offline with his 3.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
Screen by Porzingis. Here's Leonard. No good from 18.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Collier. That's good.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And it's Leonard missing.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
In the corner, it's Nesmith. Out left of the wing. Outside, Markkanen. Pass to Collier. Now, here's Bamba. With his first shot attempt, it's rebounded by Leonard. Here's Coffey. And here's Leonard. There's a good screen. Fades back. Gets that one to drop. That's his 3rd field goal in 8 tries.
And in dropping that one, he stops a 13-0 run by the Jazz.
Here's Collier. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Nesmith. And the Jazz, another 3.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Screen by Porzingis. Puts the move on. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Textbook pick and roll. Simons is a natural at running these sets.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. Hardy wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or 2 against the young fellas. And sometimes, that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
Outside Williams to the wing on the left. Springer. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Springer's got the lead up to 13 now for the Jazz. Pass to Leonard. Leonard chewing him up inside.
Such a strong wing. Kawhi can more than handle his own down low.
Ayton a screen. to the middle. And Ayton throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Pass to Porzingis. The rebound by the Jazz.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Ayton with it. Guarded by Porzingis. Ayton with it. He has 5. Nice fake with the layup off the mark.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort tonight.
Leonard inside. Leonard battling for 2.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of it.
People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite.
Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch-and-shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
And that's one he wants back, just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
Left side, Williams. Spins. Up and in on the layup. Williams has got 15 points.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
Nailed from three-point land.
This is how dominant Leonard can be. And once he finds his comfort zone, he keeps his foot on the gas.
And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
2 fouls for him now in the first half. He's going to have to be really smart going forward.
So it's Utah now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Nesmith. Here's Ayton. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Ayton's got 4 this quarter.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
Yeah, they're winning the possession battle, and that's often what decides games in the NBA.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Here's Collier. 9 points in the game so far. Outside Williams. Pass to Hendricks. Ayton with it. 5 on the clock. Over Porzingis. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Outside Williams. Second shot opportunity. Porzingis with the rebound. Clippers trail by 14. Inside. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And part of the reason they're down is that they haven't been as strong in the paint here in the second.
For Los Angeles, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. And the conversation for Porzingis, coach, tends to always come back to help. And what a challenge that has been for him.
Yeah, Kevin, over his career, on average, he's missed about 30 games per season. But that's not an uncommon problem, as you know, for players who stand well over 7 feet tall.
2 minutes.
Can't connect from short range.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
There's 1:40 left now here in the second. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Harden gets the bucket.
You can't afford to lose Harden in transition. He's too talented at taking advantage of those situations.
Here's Collier. No good on the three. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Clippers. It's a 10-point game. .107 left in the first half. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Batum, good.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Outside Williams to the paint. Here's Markkanen. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
Hey, look, you got to keep Markkanen out of the paint. He's just too big on that block and imposes his will.
Outside Batum. Down low. Here's Leonard. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. .30 seconds left to play here in the half. On the wing, Markkanen. Ayton the screen. Launches a three. Offensive rebound. To the left side wing. Markkanen in the corner. Fires from deep. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Gets it off. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Jazz out in front, leading by 9. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. And it's the Clippers with the ball. They trail by 9 points. Simons from outside. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Pass to Markkanen. Clock at 6. He's looking for Williams and finds him. And it's off from three-point range. Dunn, right side. Outside, Simons. Misses in close.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Here's Williams. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Here's Eubanks. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
Ayton wide open. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, yeah, there is some flex to Ayton's game. He doesn't have to have both feet in the paint to score.
Outside, Simons. Out to the right wing. Here's Brown. And he makes good on the layup. Brown's got his first basket.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Greg, looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
Done outside. Right side, Simons. Pass to Coffey. Shot from the top of the key. Excellent D there from Markkanen.
They've come out a little cold after that halftime break. Just 1 of 5 from the field to start the third quarter.
The offensive rebound. Jacks up a 3. That one, no good.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
And stolen by Ayton. Williams from outside. Number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Right side, Simons. And it's Brown missing.
Yeah, well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
And what I love about Markkanen, he takes care of the basketball, and that's a result of being patient, playing smart, and just generally getting his points within the flow of the offense.
Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, look, I loved being around the game, and so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball, and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say it a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way, and you're interested.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. The Utah Jazz last season became one of the first teams in the league to move their games to broadcast television. It's a gamble, but they just about tripled their reach. With the rapid growth in the region, they have a chance to attract new fans. Kevin, no doubt, other NBA teams are keen to see how this goes.
Oh, David, no question at all. We thank you for your report. Pass to Sensabaugh. No good with the triple. Clippers trail by 12. Harden with it. Bamba picks him up. Here's Coffey. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
And so Powell will bring it up for Los Angeles. Pass to Leonard. Back to Powell. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Mohamed Bamba.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Both good from the line that time. Here's Collier. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Sensabaugh. Shoots over Powell. Another miss by Utah. Here's the Clippers. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Harden outside. Back to Powell. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And it's Leonard missing. Jazz leading by 8. Screen by Olynyk. Here's Collier. He's covered by Leonard. Back to Olynyk. Just 5 to shoot. The Clippers grab the miss.
Well, if you have the space, You have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
The fadeaway, and Bamba pulls it down. Here's Collier to the inside. Bamba's shot is off. Clippers trail by 8. In the corner, Powell with it. And a miss there on the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Collier. 9 points in the game so far. Olynyk can't hit.
Well, he competed for that rebound. You love to see him getting in there and scrapping for the ball.
And here's Harden for 3. And Bamba pulls it down.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
And it's the Clippers' ball. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Here's Coffey. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Coffey's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
Here's Harden. Finished off the break. Harden's got 15 points.
And one of the top scorers in the game. Harden has an innate gift for creating his shot.
Here's Collier. Here's Nesmith. Porzingis with the rebound. On offense, here are the Clippers. They're on a 15-5 run. That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
The Clippers trail. Greg, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D and attacking it.
Pass to Powell for the lead. It's good from long range. 9 points in the game so far.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of... grit in this comeback.
Yeah, there is no quit in this team. Making up for that slow start with great composure and determination.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And Utah has possession. A 2-point game. They host the 76ers after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Second team foul.
Here's Collier. He's got 9. Pass to Sensabaugh. Shot clock at 6. And such a nice move to make the basket work. Sensabaugh's got it all tied up now for the Jazz. Now here's Powell. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Isaiah Collier.
Clearly a foul.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots at the game right here.
Solid work at the line a season ago. 83% on his opportunities.
You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton-Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title.
All right, Stan, hypothetical situation. Down 1, shot clock is off, and you could pick anyone in the NBA. Who do you want taking that shot?
Well, I'm going to go back in time a little bit, Kevin. The guy who really made my career for me as a head coach. I'm taking Dwayne Wade. He was the best that I ever saw. Not only did he have the ability to make clutch shots, he managed the game clock as well as anybody I've ever seen.
The situation was never too big for him, was it?
Never was, and he's so smart in addition to being as talented as he was.
And there's 1:45 left here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Sensabaugh. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
And now Bamba pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Pass to Collier. And here is Bamba. .110 left in the 3rd. That shot missing. Clippers leading by 3. Now Powell. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Jazz trailed by 5. Outside Williams. For the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Leonard with the ball. Now defended by Markkanen. Outside Leonard. Pass to Powell. That 3 off the mark. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Springer. We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the 3rd. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Pass to Markkanen. Just 3 on the clock. Stolen. And that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter. Clippers lead by 5. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time.
66.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. Jazz trailed by 5. Here's Collier. Pass to Olynyk. Fires from way outside. An absolute bomb from 3-point range.
We've seen Olynyk do this for over a decade. Stretch the floor with his shooting.
Outside, Simon. And the foul called on Isaiah Collier. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Outside, Simon. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Now, Neesmith. Pass to Bamba. It's good. This game is all even.
Smart play there. Well-timed roll to the basket. Bamba's got intelligence off and on the court.
And here is Dunn. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. 5 to shoot. Eubanks with it. Bamba picks him up. Shot on the wing. The shot's good from Simon. And the Clippers lead by 2.
From the mid-range, Simon's quickness is a big advantage.
Pass to Bamba. To the wing right side. The Jazz working the ball around now. Now here's Olynyk to take the lead. The shot, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And the shot goes down. Simons has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Some guts. Simons finishing with strength.
Pass to Olynyk. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Outside, Simons. Again, Simons missing. Utah trailing here. Here's Olynyk. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. And the layup falls. Sensabaugh got the game tied up here for the Jazz.
Vital basket there. This is just the time and really just the situation when he looks to take over. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Pass to Dunn. Back to Eubanks. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Williams for 3. It's hauled in by Brown.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Offensive rebound. And here's Utah. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Williams for 3. Cans it from downtown. Williams has got 23 points.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
Brown feeling it out a bit. Pass to Simons. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Williams inside the line. It's hauled in by Coffey. Clippers trail by 3. And Simons has it in the corner. Again, Simons missing.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And Markkanen throws it down.
Well, you can't forget that Markkanen is an accomplished dunker.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. Now, he wants his team to mix it up offensively. He said, we've been settling for too many threes. Don't be afraid to attack the rim. Challenge their defense. Let's see some variety out there. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Here's Williams. Great D that time from Batum. So it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Utah leading by 5. Here's Springer. On the wing, Williams. Off with the layup.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Outside Leonard. Outside Batum. Los Angeles with another miss. And Will Hardy calls timeout here. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Utah leading. And here is Williams. Shoots over Powell. Shot's good by Williams. Williams has got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, maybe the defense thinks they can live with that, but he's pretty consistent from that mid-range area.
Here's Harden. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
And when Harden's this close, he looks to score. Love his mentality.
At the top of the key, Nesmith. There's the triple. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Jazz lead by 8.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
That's to Porzingis. Over Ayton. Rebound, Utah.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
Williams for 3. Porzingis with the rebound. And here is Los Angeles now, trailing here by 8.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Jaden Springer. That's his 3rd personal foul. 3rd team foul.
Harden up top. And the jam by Harden.
Well, the numbers are talking. Harden with a huge night, showing great versatility.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He's not taking any chances. He wants to huddle them up right away. Here's Collier. The 3. Porzingis with the rebound. Clippers trail by 6. Outside Leonard. It's Powell on the wing. Misses the 3. Here's Collier. Pass to Ayton. Rebound by the Clippers. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Porzingis. Some solid defense from Ayton. Utah leading by 6. Here's Nesmith. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Utah.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the three.
And another thing, the defense didn't clog the lanes. They took full advantage with their ability to attack the paint on a lot of those possessions.
Back to Leonard. 6 on the shot clock.
And hustle like that is why he leads this team in rebounds tonight.
Double digits for him on the glass. He's getting it done.
And it's Collier missing.
Well, and after making just one triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the second half.
With it, Williams picks him up. And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Jazz leading by 8. Here's Williams, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And hasn't had as many opportunities at the line as he did in that first half.
And that one falls for Williams. And Williams drops them both. And it's Harden with the ball for the Clippers. Outside Leonard. It's Powell on the wing. Takes the 3. Utah with the rebound.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Now here's Williams. Pass to Nesmith. The Jazz again can't hit it. Clippers trail by 10. Ayton with it. Now guarded by Ayton. Out to Porzingis. There's the 3. Rebound by Williams.
Well, I've been here before. You're looking to get back in the game, but desperation threes are not the way to do it.
That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Williams has got 9 points in the quarter. Powell with it. It's to Porzingis. Williams with the steal. In transition, here come the Jazz. Nesmith can't get it to go. Powell inside. And here's Leonard. Back to Powell to end the cold streak.
Access there denied by DeAndre Ayton.
To the left wing. .112 left here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Springer. Back to Nesmith. 6 to shoot. Here's Williams. James Harden with the rebound. And here are the Clippers now.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Jazz.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
This team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jalen Williams.
Well, offensively, they needed him to be aggressive, and he delivered. What a game.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And the passing ability of James Harden, elite.
1 shot.
The free throw drops for Powell. Here's the Jazz with the ball. They have a 9-point lead. To the paint. The kick out to Williams. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Powell with the steal.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
Yeah, time is not on their side. Score is not on their side. Nothing you can do.
Norman Powell.
And so Powell nails both of them. Williams up on top. Markkanen from outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that'll do it, folks.